Happy Thursday, guys. Come on in, say hello. I'm Christy with Christy's Craft Room.
I'm not.
That's my husband, Tim. He is in the comments. He's going to send out the text to all of our friends who get our text messages. And y'all, I'm feeling all the holly jolliness, okay? All week long, we've been doing all the holly jolly things. Last Friday, we released our holly jolly collection. Some of it you can see peekaboo and behind us. All things joyful holly jolly Christmas. All week, we've been doing Simple Swap Week, featuring the Holly Jolly printables, and so I thought this shirt was a little fitting today. Today is going to be my friends. Ooh, that was loud. Today is going to be my last Simple Swap Week craft because Tim and I are traveling tonight. We are heading to Tennessee for to be presenters, teaching a craft at Southern Adornment's live event, so we're super excited about that. But we may have something special planned for you guys tomorrow. You may still get a little bit more Simple Swapness tomorrow, okay? But this is my last one I'm gonna show you. This is a super great and super easy giftable everyday project, okay? This is something that you can gift it, but you're gonna want one for yourself. So when you go to get the supplies to make this for other people, get the supplies to make it for yourself. And y'all, I darn did it again. I forgot to bring my photo. I might have some in here still.
What?
I forgot to bring my photos in here. Y'all,
They're still at the house?
Wait, I can use one of these. I can use one of these. I've got all these family photo ones here. I'll use one of these today. But the nice thing is, if I want to change it out, I can easily change it out, but I actually think this is going to be the perfect picture anyways. So I'm going to use a family photo for this project, okay? But if I change my mind, it's a simple swap frame, so I can simply swap out the photo easily anytime I want to. I can update it every time we get more family pictures taken. I can change it out for the seasons. I can put something Christmassy in there for the Christmas time, summery for the summertime. I could do printables in here. I could do all the things, okay? So what I'm using for this craft, I got all these flowers. Pro tip, okay? Y'all probably already know this, but I'm gonna tell you in case somebody doesn't. When you are looking for just something small, you don't need anything massive, you don't need anything big, you don't need a huge bush of florals, go to Hobby Lobby and check the wedding section. The wedding section, they have a little section that has all kinds of floral stems. And there's tons of super pretty farmhousey neutral ones. All of these are from there. Fun little, let me hold them all up close. We got little burlap flowers. We got these little, I don't even know what these are. They're like little, aren't they so dainty and pretty? We've got these curly cues that are, you can make curly cues, but sometimes it's not, they're 99 cents. You get them when it's on sale. Get them when they're on sale. And then I've got this greenery, which I use a lot. This is from the wedding section too. This is, what is this called? I don't know what it's called. It just says floral. It says floral, but it's like, I think it's like a boxwood. Is that what that's called? I don't know, something like that. But it's all in the wedding section. They're all the his and hers, so they go on sale all the time. So grab those up. I'm not gonna use all of these. I'll probably only use about $5 worth of them, okay? I got a letter B because our last name starts with a B. So this is gonna be like a personalized craft. You can kind of like almost, is it considered monogram when it's just one letter? I don't know. I need to ask Sarah from Framed because she does all the monogram stuff. But this was $4.99 regular price. You can get letters all over the place. You can even get like the cardboard ones and paint them yourself for a little bit less expensive even, okay? I'm going to use one simple swap frame. I'm going to use the 5-inch smooth square one, okay? Just the straight edge square one. You could do it with the scallop. I chose the straight edge because I have this pretty surface that I'm using that already has a lot of detail. And I thought when I hold them up, I feel like they compete with each other just a little bit, okay? So I decided against the scallop, and I'm gonna just go with the straight edge and kind of let the frame shine a little bit with the details there and just go a little more simple and clean on the inside, okay? Good afternoon, Miss Ann over on YouTube. Hello, Miss Rhonda. Hello, Chris. Hello, Miss Kathy on YouTube. Hello, Lori. Hey, Angie. Yes, shop the wedding section, but don't tell our secrets. I don't tell anyone. It's just for us here. Don't tell anyone else outside of KCR here, okay? There's so many good things in the wedding section, y'all. So many good things. You need large amounts of bulk stuff, and you can get it there. You just need little individual things, you can get it there. They got tons of good stuff in the wedding section, okay? So if you were here early, you heard our little wedding section tip. If you just came on, you're gonna have to go back and watch the replay later because we're not telling anyone, okay? And then I got this frame from the woodpile section. It was $11.99, and I would swear when I used one of these last week in the VIP group, the tag said $12.99, but this one's $11.99. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
No, sometimes that happens.
Well, sometimes I am wrong, but Hobby Lobby does. You got to watch the prices, because when Hobby Lobby raises their prices, they add new stock to the shelf. They don't change the prices on everything. The stuff, so if this was $11.99, they raised it to $12.99. The ones that were already on the shelf at $11.99, they're still $11.99. So always look in the back of the shelf to see if there's any old ones in the back that have the lower prices, okay? And I know that for a fact because I went to the register one day and I said, why? Why are these more expensive than this? She said, oh, they just raised the price and the new ones that come from the manufacturer have the new price. We still sell the old ones at the old price.
Well, we saw that when we was there the other day. A couple of ladies was looking at those little metal trucks.
Yes, the metal trucks. Some were lower price, some were higher price.
Some were $12.99, some were, the ones towards the front were $14.99.
Yes.
And somebody asked about your earrings and said they were cute.
Aren't they adorable? These are from a cute little boutique that has a couple young owners. The boutique is called Bottle Boutique. It is a brother and sister duo team. The sister is only 16 years old. The brother is 20 years old, so they are young entrepreneurs and they are working hard and they do a fabulous job. It's called Bottle Boutique. They're on Etsy. They also have a Facebook page. Their logo looks a little bit like this. A little bit like this.
Yeah,
it's
actually.
got maybe not the greenery. A little bit like this. It's got a bee and it's got like flowers around it. Okay, so that's what their logo is. But no, those are my children. My children, Trevor and Elena. Most of you guys know that, but we got some newbies around here that might not know. That's where my earrings are from. So they're super cute. These are definitely limited edition. They are Christmas, so they're only gonna, I don't think they're cutting anymore after they sell out of what they have. Ooh, Jennifer, standing in a cold line. Where are you in a cold line? Ann Arbor. JBF sale. What is JBF? Curious what you're making though. JBF.
I don't know.
Jumping buffalo frogs?
It's jumping buffalo farts.
I'm like, what is JBF? But if you're standing in line in the cold for a sale for it, it must be good. It must be good.
Actually, we are almost completely packed. We did that this morning after we got up.
The black truck that I've shown in pictures, I did get that at Hobby Lobby. I got that a couple years ago at Hobby Lobby.
Oh.
And they have other colors too. I've seen it in red. I've seen it in white there.
It's a huge consignment sale for kids' items just between friends.
Oh, that's
JBF.
fun. That's
just between
fun.
friends.
Love that. Love that. Well, hopefully
That's
they got
pretty
good
cool.
stuff. Hopefully you're not standing in line in the cold too long. I'm glad we can distract you from the cold a little bit. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I know it's a chilly one out there today. It is a wet, drizzly, icky, yucky.
We are
Did I say miserable?
We are
Fall day.
going to Tennessee on this trip.
Yes. Tennessee.
Tennessee.
You're the only 10 I see.
I know. I know.
He's a confident man, y'all. He's a confident man. Oh my goodness. Hello, Miss Pam Hunt. How are you? Hello, Miss Nancy.
I remembered my undergarments.
They're all packed. VIP group, thank you for having my back. Thank you for the reminders. All of the essentials are in my suitcase. They're washed, they're fresh, they're in my suitcase. I'm on it. I'm getting better, y'all. I'm getting better. If you're a VIP member, you know. If you know,
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. That was a story that we weren't sharing here.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to Sevierville? Sevierville?
It's about 30 minutes from Gatlinburg, so we are definitely going to be sneaking our little heinies over to Gatlinburg at some point because Tim's never been there, and
I want some if I'm going to Tennessee, I'm getting some barbecue.
I think he's gonna like it.
Because the last time when we was in Nashville, there was some good barbecue and some amazing breakfast at the Row. That was the name of the restaurant, the Row.
Yeah.
They had some amazing biscuits and gravy. That's what I want. I want some good biscuits and gravy.
Yes. Margie, it's called Bottle Boutique. B-O-T-T-L-E Boutique.
Boutique.
Bottle Boutique. It's probably the only jewelry boutique named that. There's lots
of bottle boutiques.
There's lots of bottle this, bottle that, but yeah.
Oh yeah, Anita, I enjoyed when we went to Waco to look for where our live event was going to be when we went to Texas. There was this place called Coach's Triple X that was just absolutely amazing barbecue.
It was good.
And they had this loaded baked potato that was it was Texas sized. It was a huge baked potato.
It was like literally this big.
It was a meal.
It was literally probably the size of my head. Like no joke, right?
No joke.
I don't have a very big head, but it was about the size. But I don't have a very physically big head, but it was a big old potato. It was a big old potato.
And when we went back for the live, it had closed down.
Tim was so disappointed.
I was, because the brisket was amazing.
We were going to take our team. It was so good. We were going to take our team there for our team dinner, and nope. Candy cane ones. Is the wood painted before you paint them on the candy cane? These are not DIYs. These come painted red. If you're talking about the earrings.
Well,
they do have DIY earrings. They've got snowmen and gingerbread DIY earrings, but these ones are pre-made, ready for you to wear. Somebody said hopefully you see bears.
Ooh, Emily, where is that at? Local for Gatlinburg, Sevierville, Texas, Waco, where? Deep fried deviled eggs. I've seen those on TikTok. I want to try them.
Y'all, we've gone down a rabbit hole, okay? The man will talk about nothing but food now, okay?
Oh, well,
you've got him started. Now he's thinking food. We have not had lunch yet. You've got him going.
Oh,
you've got him going.
Pigeon Forge. Is that close by where we're going?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think so. Actually, it might be on the other side.
The other way?
Past Gatlinburg.
Oh.
Because I think Sevierville, I don't know. I'm geographically challenged. We'll look it up. We'll have a rental car, so we'll have the option to drive places. But somebody said hopefully you see bears. Y'all, we saw.
She wants to go bear hunting. Well, not bear hunting, but bear hunting.
I want to see a bear. I want to see if Junior's there. Do any of you remember? It was back when I first started this page. And I didn't post a lot of that trip. I posted a little bit, but I'm pretty sure I made a post about the bear.
Yes,
there was a bear named Junior that hung out at where we were staying. We were staying at the Treetop Resorts in Gatlinburg, and we were up in like the little mushroom houses, the treetop houses. And there was a bear that would come up every morning around 9 a.m., 8 to 9 a.m., and then every night between 7 and 9 p.m. he would show up, dinner time, looking for food, looking for all the goodies, and he was there all the time. And it was actually a little like scary. He was a young bear, thank goodness, but you know, those young bears grow up to be big mama bears, right? We all know what the mama bears, how they can be. But actually I think that looks pretty good. I don't think I need another coat. Let me just make sure it's good and dry. So this bear was coming around all the time, and one night we had 4 of the houses up in there was like this courtyard at the top of the hill and top of the mountain, and there was probably like 6 or 7 like condos there, and our group had 4 of them. So what we did was each family, we took turns making dinner each night. So the one night it was my sister's friend Jen, now my niece's mother-in-law, made the most amazing meatball stew. If you've never had meatball stew, have you ever had meatball stew? I don't think you have.
No.
Meatball stew is amazing. If you ever get a chance to try it, try it. It's good. But
No, Laura, it doesn't leave a texture when you do that with the makeup sponge.
oh no,
It doesn't
it's
leave a texture.
it leaves it very smooth. It's very smooth. It's actually leaves less texture than brushing, because sometimes you get the brush strokes. It does really good. Now your first coat, you're gonna kind of see like the sponge square lines a little bit. And then when you do your next coat, once you get a solid coat, you don't see anything. So it was dinner time. My boys went to the gym. They wanted to work out, and it was dinner time. So they're like, save me a bowl of meatball stew. So I'm like, okay, I got you, boys. I got you. I'll save you a bowl of meatball stew. You guys, I'm gonna sand the edges a little bit and distress it just a little bit on the edges.
Ooh, Hannah says that they see mama bears and baby bears in the mountains of Maryland all the time.
Well,
That's awesome.
It's really neat to see. And he was really neat to see. Some people were getting way too close for comfort, though. You know, he's a wild animal at the end of the day. The problem is people feed them. And it's a vacation spot. A lot of people there on vacation, they don't understand that you shouldn't feed the bears. So then they feed the bears. Like we saw the one house across the street. It wasn't part of it was just like a separate house. There was a watermelon laying in the backyard. We're like, that watermelon's there for a reason. And then sure enough, later that day, there's a bear over there rolling the watermelon around, beating it up and eating it, smashing it up. But we were coming, I went and got their meatball stew. And
Meatball soup.
No, it was stew.
Oh, I thought you said a meatball soup.
No, meatball stew.
Oh.
Meatball stew. So this is me, okay? I'm gonna pause the craft for a moment. Some stories, it's just worth the pause, okay? If you don't like the pause and you don't like to hear the talking and you're not here for the stories, because we craft and we story here. If you're not here for the stories, you can watch the replay and you can fast forward it, okay? So here I am. I got my boys' meatball stew. I got them in my hands just like this. 2 bowls of meatball stew. I'm walking across the parking lot. I got my meatball stew. And then about 20 feet in front of me, out from behind a car, pops this bear. I freeze dead in my tracks. And the bear's looking at me. I'm looking at the bear. I got 2 bowls of meatball stew in my hands. Bear's, it's dinner time. He's like, it's dinner time. I know it's dinner time. This is why I'm here. And he's just staring at me. And I'm staring at him. And everyone always asks you, what would you do if you encountered a bear in the wild? I wasn't exactly in the wild, but I was close enough to the wild, okay? I encountered this bear. I now know what I would do if I encountered a bear in the wild. You want to know what I did? I stood there. And I stared at the bear. And the bear stared at me. For what felt like eternity. And all I could think is, I have 2 bowls of meatball stew. That bear is going to come get this meatball stew. But I can't move. I need to stay frozen. And then maybe he'll go away, but he wants that meatball stew. So then I see up on our balcony is my brother-in-law, Dave. Y'all met Dave. Dave was at the live event. Many of you met him the very first year, and then he was there again this past year. So Dave's up there. He's scrolling on his phone, relaxing, enjoying the evening. And I'm like, Dave, I'm whispering, because I don't want the bear, the bear, if I make too much noise, the bear might do something, right? As if the bear doesn't already see me with my 2 bowls of meatball stew. So I'm like, Dave. I'm getting a little bit louder. Dave isn't budging. Dave's watching whatever, scrolling whatever, Facebook, whatever, okay?
No, he's watching football.
So finally I go, Dave! Loud like that. And Dave looks up. And he sees me just standing there, but he can't see the bear from where he's at, because he's up on the balcony and, we're down low, and he sees me, but he doesn't see the bear. I'm like, and he's just like, huh? What? And he stands up and I'm like, bear! And he's like, huh? I'm like, bear! And then so he comes closer, he sees the bear, and then he's like, hey! He's like yelling at the bear, Junior, clapping his hands. He's trying to get the bear's attention so the bear pays attention to him and not me. So the bear kind of turns his head, and what do? This is what I do. This is probably not what you're supposed to do. What I should have done was sit the stew down and retreat slowly, right? That's probably what I should have done. No, this is me. Back to bear, scurrying away. And I go up the steps to the other condo where the food was, and I get around the corner, I'm like, bear! And I just like lose it. I'm like, bear!
So did you throw the bowls of soup? Did the soup make it?
No, the stew was fine. I still had the stew in my hands when I got back into the other condo. I saved the stew. So when those boys came back from the gym, I'm like, listen boys, you have no idea what your mama did for you to have. I fought a bear for this stew for you. You know, of course the story's gotta grow, right? It was terrifying. It was terrifying. The whole time down there, I was like, I wanna see a bear, but I wanna see it far enough away, like maybe from the safety of inside my car, from a distance. I don't wanna encounter it that close. I don't wanna be 20 feet away from a bear with food in my hands, ever. So, yeah. So that was my probably most prominent encounter with a bear. I survived it though. I survived it. It was very scary. But yeah, we saved the stew. The boys got their stew. And yeah. And then like the next day, the people in the condo next to us, there's Junior again. This was early in the morning, it's about 9:30 in the morning. Bear's hanging out. Everyone's outside looking at the bear from a distance, watching the bear. These people pull up in their car and they're bringing in their groceries. Well, they go to walk up on the porch of their condo and there's Junior sitting on the porch, just hanging out, sitting on the porch. And the lady's like, oh, wait, where's those Ritz chips? And starts digging through the bag. And she grabbed that bag of Ritz chips and she like popped it open. I'm telling you, that bear knew what the sound of a package of chips or crackers or something like that sounds like. Because he like turned and his ears perked up and his nose started perking up. He probably smelt it instantly. And I yelled at the lady. I don't usually yell at people abruptly, quickly, but I'm like, don't feed them. You can't feed them. I'm like, first of all, it's bad for them. But second of all, what do you think's gonna happen when you run out of Ritz chips? And he's still hungry, and your hand smells like Ritz chips. Suddenly your hand is gonna become a Ritz chip, right? Like, I don't think people realize the dangers of wild animals.
Get ready, guys. I'm gonna grab some names here in a minute.
Okay, so I've gotten the front of my frame ready, okay? Maria says, Christy, you're an amazing mom. I always say that. I'm gonna feed those babies. I'm gonna feed those babies. Whatever I gotta do to get them their stew. So I'm gonna use this frame a little bit differently. These frames normally, this is one of our original frames. Normally, can you put the overhead on so they can see too? Normally, you would glue your little spacer piece right here and line it up on the bottom. And then you would glue your backer piece onto the back of there. And that leaves a little notch here, okay? It leaves this little lip. Can you guys see that? It leaves this little lip on the bottom here that you put into the base, okay? It has a little slit in the base. You put it in there like so, and then you've got your little frame. I'm doing it backwards, hold on. And it's not glued together, so that makes it more challenging. But you would slide it into your little base, and then you've got your stand for your frame, right? And then this is the part that you put your photo or your printable on, and you can flip it and switch it, right? We're using this a little differently today. I am gonna put the frame together, these three pieces, like you normally would, okay? So these three pieces I'm gonna put together as normal. And then, but I'm going to use these pieces still. I'm just going to use them in a different way today, okay? And I'm going to show you how you can turn this into a wall hanging frame if you want to, okay?
Right. I'm going to grab some names here, guys.
Okay.
We have Wendy Zajac, Sarah Rappaport, Janet Idziak, Amy Middleton Hartman, Bernita Tuttle, Chris McKinney, Chris Gortz, Rhonda Richardson Sordini, and Bobby Ray.
So we put our glue on the spacer piece. That's where you put your glue. Don't put your glue on the frame because you might put it up too high where your insert goes, right? So we put the glue, I'm using gel super glue, and then we line up the corners and the bottom of the frame like so. We're gonna line it up like so. And then I'm gonna take my back piece, I'm gonna glue it on. So I'm gonna put the glue again on the spacer.
So you're not using the stand?
I'm using the stand, but not in the way that you would
Not as a
normally.
stand.
Not as a stand.
Well,
What? Do you not trust me?
no, it's not that. I just, hold on here. Let me, for a visual. I have an idea.
Well, do you know what I'm doing? He has an idea.
No?
He doesn't know what I'm doing, but he has an idea to help me. We'll see. We'll see what his idea is. It could be a good idea. My husband and kids ran into a moose and baby while canoeing Canadian border. He said it was scary. I'm sure it was, especially when they got their babies with them. Moose can be very territorial and very protective of their babies, just like mama bears can.
Moose? Oh,
Yeah. Before I go any further, do you want to... I'm going to use the base. I don't need... Okay.
I know.
I have the 5-inch here.
I know.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Just bear with me.
Okay. I'm going to hold because he says to bear with them.
Because it's, I'm assuming, and we all know what happens when I assume, this is going to go on there like that. Ish.
Yeah.
But what if you, so you don't have that, what if you did one like that though? So that wasn't...
Because, so he's suggesting not even put the back on.
No, yeah, you still put this back piece on.
Well, what's the difference?
Then you don't have this sticking down.
Because then my picture doesn't line up.
Oh, yeah.
He's suggesting just put it up higher so you don't see it sticking out the bottom. But the problem is when you put it up higher so that the little notch lines up on the bottom of your frame, then your photo is no longer centered in there.
It'll be just a little bit higher.
Yeah, and I want it to stay centered. But that's okay, I have a plan. I have a plan, okay? So,
I was just curious.
normally, you would then glue these two pieces together, and then you would put this, the little notch, into the little slat, and then you would have your little frame that you slide your insert in and out of, right? But Tim has gotten so crafty, hasn't he, Laura? He certainly has. But we're going to use this in a totally different way today. I'm putting it on this sign base. This sign base has a lip, okay? It has this lip here. So I need to have room to be able to slide my insert in and out because that lip's going to get in the way if I just put it really close to the back, okay? If you have a totally flat surface that's maybe flat like that, then you could put it closer and you can slide it in and out. But we got to get past that lip. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these two base pieces and I'm going to glue them onto the back side here so it gives me a little bit more thickness to raise my frame away from the back of the sign a little bit, okay?
Okay. Glenda, if you send us a text that says unstop, because she stopped and she wants to get back on the texting list. So if you text us unstop,
it should start you back up again.
It should start you back up.
Yep.
Where is the thing at?
Yep, I need to bear with him, Chris. Very good, very good. Nice one, nice one. Nice one. Yes, you are on. Please hold. Please hold.
Text unstop to that. Or if you want, or if someone wants to sign up for texting, text hello to 877-273-6227.
Yes. Okay. So this is our sign. So now this is what it looks like. So now we have a thicker base in the back, but we still have the perfect size to slide our insert in and out of, okay? That's where we're at. Oh wait, that picture's too big. I'm gonna have to get a different picture. Okay. So this is gonna go on here. Now you can still see this little lip here, but we're gonna fix that. We're gonna get rid of that. We will eliminate that, but I'm gonna kind of lay things out a little bit. Set that aside for a second. I've got the bee. I'm going super, super neutral creams and whites and tans and very farmhouse neutral with this project. If you want to change it, you could paint them any colors you want. You can make it bright, vibrant. You could paint your whole sign base. You could do whatever you want to, okay? But we're going very neutral. So right now, I've got this bee. It's already white, but I want it to be a little bit distressed, okay? So I'm gonna just take my sander and I'm just gonna go around the edges to bring out a little bit. It's wood.
Huh.
So we can bring out some of that wood color from underneath.
Kathleen, Facebook hid your comment and it will not let me unhide it. So it doesn't like something you have in there, and I don't know what it is.
Facebook is weird.
Yes.
It's not us that hides your comments on the lives, you guys. That's Facebook that does that. That's Facebook. I mean, unless you say something really bad.
Yeah.
But then you're probably not just going to get comment hidden, you would get blocked. So we don't hide stuff. We do see your comment today, Miss Diane. I see you. I see you. Okay. So just bringing out a little more wood and a few more spots. Just a little sanding. All right, let's see. All right, there we go. I don't know how well you guys can see it.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can see it okay.
Yeah, Kathleen, I can see your comment.
Yeah, we can see the hidden comments, but no one
I can
else
see
can.
it.
You might be able to see it, but other people can't see it.
It won't let me unhide it.
Yeah.
So.
Get rid of the sawdust here. Get rid of the dust.
Joyce says, "Oh my, I've been watching for about 10 minutes and just realized you're live."
Yeah, girl, we're like, oh, y'all, did I get super glue?
You did not.
I've been so careful with my new mat, using the paper every time, but it looks like, unless that's Mod Podge. Hopefully it's just Mod Podge.
Yeah, Sarah, this is from Hobby Lobby.
Yes, everything's from Hobby Lobby except for the Simple Swap frame is from our shop, but everything else is from Hobby Lobby. So I am going to grab a different photo because that photo's too big. So I've got these family photos that I printed a while back. I need a 5-inch one.
Oh, Veronica says she's at a different work location and she's able to get your live.
Y'all, I used all my 5-inch ones, but I could probably cut down. I could probably make this one maybe work. I could probably make this one work. I can always change it later. We'll just make this one work. We're gonna make it work. This is printed 6-inch. I think I used all my 5-inch ones I had printed. Is this the 5 or 6-inch? That is the 5. Wait, that's 6 inches.
That's the 5. Oh, no, that's the
Did I use
5.
the wrong one?
That's a 5. That's a 4.
This is the 5?
Yeah, that's a 5.
Okay. Okay, it is the 5-inch. Okay. I'm not good at like visually looking and being like, that's how much that. I would have guessed that was 5 inches, not 6 inches. See, sorry, I'm always underestimating.
That's 5.
I'm always underestimating. I know, but to me, at quick glance, that looks like 6 inches to me. You got me trained well.
Oh, shut up.
All right, so I got my board here. My picture's a little bit bigger, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of try to center, make sure I don't chop anyone's heads off. Their feet might get chopped just a little bit, but I wanna make sure their heads are in there good. The bodies are in there. So I'm just gonna kind of center that in there a little bit. They may lose, like I said, they may lose a little bit of their feet. You know what I'm gonna, yeah. I'm gonna kind of, just to make sure, I'm gonna kind of fold up my edge a little bit, just so I can see, to make sure nobody's getting chopped off where we don't want them chopped off. Okay. Can probably actually bring it down just a little bit. All right, we're going right there. That's where we're going. Oops. Right about there. Okay. Let me grab a pen.
I can't read this one, but you
Can
can.
you hand me a pen first, Bill?
Yep.
You guys are too cute and funny. Thank you, Miss Lori. We've been lied to for so long. Yes, 6 inches is hard to believe anything anymore. Yes. We've been lied to, y'all. We've been lied to for years and years. Oops.
Barbara says, how do you get your photos different sizes?
I usually put them into a program like PicMonkey or Canva. There's most photo editing apps. You can get all kinds of different ones online that are free, and you can adjust the size. And then I just print it on my printer at 100%. So if I have it sized for, because all printers are gonna like print it just a little bit smaller unless you adjust it in your print settings to 100%. So it's actual size. So any of those photo type programs, you can even get them right on your phone for free. And you can make them that way. I think we're going to be okay because there's about at least about 1/8 of an inch overlap of the frame, so I think I tried to take that into account. Their heads will be close to the top, but I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, when you print something on your printer, you want to print it at 100%.
Yep.
Otherwise, it will shrink it down a little bit.
Yeah.
It may shrink to fit.
Most printers are programmed to print at about 98%. I know that's what my default is at 98%. So I just changed that to 100%, and it prints actual size for me.
And no, we don't use photo paper.
No, this is just printer paper. Printer paper, you can use photo paper, but this is just printer paper. But you can go to Staples and have them print there. You can go to Office Max, Office Depot, FedEx store, UPS store.
And get ready, I'll grab some names here in a second.
Yeah, PicMonkey, I haven't really used a whole lot, but I know a lot of people really like that. That it's, from what I hear, it's super, super user friendly. So what you would do is you would want to create, like you're going to create a file or a document, and you would do like a paper size, 8.5 by 11 size, and then you would input your little picture on, and then you would size your picture to the size that you want it to be. Most of them have frame options, and you can choose a frame that doesn't have a border, and then drag it to the size that you want it to be. And that's about all I can tell you about that, y'all, because I am definitely not an expert in those programs. But you can, if you can't do it, maybe you got some family or friends that could help you. You could even, and you can size this project up, size it down, make it bigger, make it smaller, in so many different ways. You can use different surfaces to make this. And you could print, say you had like a 4x6 photo that you want to use. And it's easier for you to go get a 4x6 photo printed on photo paper at the store. You can do that. And then, so this is the 4-inch frame. So is that the 4-inch? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the 4-inch frame. So your 4-inch photo is going to fit across there. It's going to be 6 inches, so it's going to be longer. But if all your people are in the center, you can just cut the edges off and use a 4x6 photo in the 4-inch frame. Or a 5x7 and use the 5. This is a 5x7 or 5-inch frame. It's 5x5. So you could, if you have all the same exact materials I have, you can use the 5-inch. And say you have a 5x7 photo. You can just adjust it on that 5x7. You'll have 2 extra inches at the top and bottom, but usually you got some extra sky and some extra ground there that you could just trim off and use a 5x7 photo, just trim it down to be square. So lots and lots of options.
We print on 28-pound paper.
Yes, and that's what you're gonna get. If you go to FedEx or you go to Staples, it's typically gonna be a 28-pound printing paper is typically what you're gonna get, and that's what I use. I got Mod Podge on the edge and glued it to my paper. All right, I'm still gonna use super glue, so I wanna keep that handy. So let me just trim my edges. You can turn the overhead off for a second.
All right.
Thank you, Lori. These are from the kids' shop. Thank you.
All right, while she's doing that, I'm gonna get some names. We have Chris Haas, Bernita Tuttle, Karen Discernin Sarah, Kristen and James McCants, Diane Bush, William Orr, Sarah Rappaport, and Gina Turner.
So this is a great gift for the holidays. It'd be a great family gift if you don't do gifts for every person in the holiday and you just do like a group family picture. This would be great, or this would be a great housewarming gift. This would be a great wedding gift, bridal shower gift, baby's room gift, the first letter of the baby's name. And you don't even have to put a photo in it yet, or you can put their sonogram, print their sonogram photo and put in it. And then when the baby's born, they can swap it out because it's a simple swap frame. They can simply swap and put the baby's photo. And then, you know, each month, you know how those mamas do that, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. Now, each month they can put a new photo in it to update.
Awesome, Karen. It's the first time she made it to the bucket.
Awesome. Okay, guys, that works. That works. I mean, Tim and Jake's heads are right at the top, but I
Cut a little bit of our hair off.
I think it works totally fine. Okay, so
Sherry says, I've been loving this week's craft.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'll be honest, you guys, I was a little worried. I'm like, are they gonna just get over it? Are they gonna be like, y'all, a week? Come on, a week of Simple Swap. We're so over it. Stop talking about Simple Swap. But there's just so many endless possibilities that literally, you guys, I could do a whole nother week of ideas and not run out of ideas. I won't do that to you. I'll still show you some more stuff in the future, but I'm not gonna do that to you now.
Yes, there are extras in the shop. The extra base pieces, or not base pieces, but inserts.
Yes, you can buy the insert so you can change it out and swap it out, or you can also use like the removable sticky tape and then peel it off if you're not worried about saving that picture. Pull it off and then put in a new picture. Eventually, I don't know how well that, you know, that layers and layers and layers of that sticky tape over time sticking to your wood. Eventually you might want to replace it, or at least switch it to the back and start using the back side for a while. But there are the replacements in the shop if you need them. I almost lost it. All right, so I'm just gonna flip this upside down for a minute because I'm gonna glue this on. I wanna make sure I get it straight on here. So I'm gonna do a kind of a test fit real quick, just to make sure I got enough space there, because I'm making this live with y'all. This is like live happening. This is not like, oh, I made one of these and now I'm just showing you the perfect way to do it. We're figuring it out as we go. So Tim, I'm gonna have you hold this solid here.
Okay.
Yes, as if it's glued. Okay, and I just want to make sure that we're able to slide this in and out without too much challenge. If it is challenging, then I'll put something else behind it to give it a little bit more space. But there's this lip on the edge here, so I want to make sure that we are able to get our, oh yeah, just going from the side. Okay, it works, and we can get it out. Perfect. All right, I just wanted to make sure. Got to always dry fit before you glue. Always dry fit, always. Always. This is awesome, showing us different ways to use the frames. Love all the ideas. Awesome. And if you're new here and you haven't seen, you can go back. We've been showing different things all week long. It was by the scrapbook paper. The tape, the reusable tape thing that I've been using all week, that is from the scrapbook section in Hobby Lobby. By near the scrapbook paper, not by like the stickers and stuff. All Hobby Lobbies are a little different.
Yeah.
But it's like not by like the stickers and the stamps, it's by the scrapbook paper itself. Okay, so I want to make sure you could measure and get all super perfect. That's not me. I don't do that.
We don't do that here.
We eyeball it around here. I think that looks pretty good. We'll hold that for a second, let that set. Oh, did I just move it?
How do you protect the picture over time?
You can seal it like with Mod Podge or Mod Podge would probably be the easiest, best way. Just when you do Mod Podge, you want to start with a really, your first coat, do a super thin layer, let it dry, and then come back and do another layer. But it works best if you use an inkjet printer. If you're using a, a laser jet printer. Inkjet printers, when the print gets wet, it'll smudge. So if you want it to last a long time, I would go to like Staples or Office Depot or somewhere and get your stuff printed. And or your library, your local library usually has pretty nice printers that you can use. Thank you. Gina says, very clever idea on the display. I eyeball just about everything Bestie says. I know, Veronica. Just eyeball it. Just eyeball it.
Just eyeball it.
So I think that's set enough. Now we're gonna put our little letter. Our last name starts with a B, so I'm using the B. And I'm just very, very monochromatic. Is that what it would be called? Very
monochromatic?
Monochromatic.
That's
very,
a big word.
Very neutral. Very neutral.
These frames and ornaments are so versatile.
They are. There's so much you can do. You can use like the little 3 inches and just do small versions of this too. Just get smaller letters or smaller sign base. You can do the 8 inch and you do a bigger sign if you want to. So get creative.
Hey, oh.
Use the supplies that you have.
You know that's upside down, right?
Yes.
Backwards.
Upside down and backwards, cause
I know.
I got to put the glue on it. I'm using a little bit more than I normally would of the super glue just because I want to make sure this is going to last a long time. All right, I'm going to kind of, same thing, eyeball my B a little bit. Eyeballing it. Does that look okay?
From where I'm sitting, yes. Here.
I let go of it before I sat
Yeah,
down.
watch it there.
Trying to get it straight because I know I'll drive myself crazy if I don't get it straight. Well, hello, Miss Jean Jennings. I'm glad you made it here. I did think about putting antique wax on the edge of the B to make it stand out. It definitely stands out more in person. For you guys, the white on white on white gets a little bit blown out on camera, but I do think it stands out, and the coloring is very close to the coloring of the beads, so that's why I did not do it. I did have it here because I had planned to, but I'm like, no, it's the color is matching very nicely, so that's why I'm not. Okay, we're gonna let that set for a minute. The board, everything I'm using except for the simple swap frame came from Hobby Lobby. Everything. So now let's get our florals. Remember, we have to hide this little edge here, okay? Because it has that little stand piece, so we need to hide that. Plus, it needs a little something, okay? It's a little boring just as is. It needs a little something still. So I've got some florals. All these florals are from Hobby Lobby wedding section. So I got this. It comes with 4 little, it's like a little box. I think it's boxwood. I don't know. But it comes with 4 little sprigs. So I pulled it apart. I'm just going to use 2 and 2, and I'm going to put them together. Hold on. Diana. She says, I love you. Talented gifts for your cousin. I know. Diana's, she's always like, girl, ooh, I need that. I need that. I'm like, girl, I just taught you how to make it. She's like, I like it better when you make it.
She's like, I like yours better.
Yeah. So I'm just twisting the wire together like so. So now we've got a little greenery, little swag, almost like a little mini swag.
What size is that board? Can you remember?
The board is, it says somewhere on
1
it.
by 14 or something.
It is 16 by 9. Now I don't know if that's outside or inside measurements.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, it's actually slightly bigger than 16. 16 by 10 outside. So, I don't know. It probably said 9.9 something. I didn't look that closely.
Chris says it looks like boxwood.
Yeah, I think it's boxwood. That's what we're gonna call it.
Does it smell like boxwood?
No, it smells like plastic. It smells like plastic and glue. Okay, so they already also have these. These are 99 cents. 99 cents, but buy them. They go on sale all the time. 50% off. I'm gonna cut some of this excess, the excess stem off of it because we don't need all that excess stem on there. So I'm just gonna snip that off. I'm gonna leave, actually we're gonna do it a little bit differently. I'm gonna cut some of it off, but I want to be able to attach them. So we're actually gonna pull them apart. So it's 2 pieces. And again, we're gonna twist them. Just twist them together, like so. We got our little curlicues sticking out. And then we got these little guys. These are normally $1.49. Of course, get them when they're 50% off. I don't know what these are, but they're like really, really like, I don't know, they're just super,
Well, you got
super
the
pretty.
overhead on too.
I know, but the overhead's a little bright.
Oh.
So it's not showing the detail as much. So I got 2 of these. I can get this sticker off of this one. Thank you guys for sprinkling. Oh, somebody who sprinkles, we're gonna gift the frame that I used today. This one, the Simple Swap frame that I used today. We're gonna gift that to someone. So if you shared this video, I see lots of you did, let us know in the comments that you did, and I will gift you the 5-inch frame that I'm using today. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna cut some of the excess off. I'm gonna kind of stick these on here. I want these to kind of stick out a little bit further than the other flowers that are gonna go on here, so I think that looks good. So I'm gonna twist these together, just twisting my ends together, just to connect them. And then we'll lay that kind of in there. So now we've got all this happening together here. And then these ones, I think we're gonna end up just gluing them where we want them. So we're gonna take these. I'm gonna take a little bit of wire. You can just use floral wire. You can use floral tape. Use what you got. I got some floral wire here. So I'm just gonna wire these together. Oh, that's better. Not quite so bright. A little bit of floral wire. We don't need a lot. Just go around it a couple times just to hold it into place. Twist your wires together. We're going to be using some hot glue. That'll kind of help hold everything together too. Okay, I'm going to lay it out on here. I'm going to probably have to like twist things and adjust things and, you know, make it cute. Because it's not going to instantly be cute. Stretch my wires out a little bit, my curlicues. Okay. Get a little bit of a visual here. See how it's looking. All right. I think that's going to be good. And then I'm going to take a couple of these little burlap flowers. I could probably. Do I want to use 2 or 3? I'm probably going to use 3. So I'm going to try to just twist them on there. And then that way you guys know if that'll work. If not, then we'll glue them. But if I twist them on, they'll hold on better longer. Okay. Got that one on. I think I'm going to use 2 of the dark ones and then 1 of the light ones. I bought 2 of each just in case. I probably don't need quite so much wire, so we'll cut some of that off. How many? Let's see. Just play with it as you go. Alright, we'll do another one here. Twist it around. Florals, you just got to play with it, y'all. You just play with it until you get it the way you like it. And then we'll put this white one in the center. In the center here. Twist it around. Thank you, Miss Gina. She says, very clever idea. You are very welcome. Okay. Play with my florals.
That's kind of cool.
I know. Stretch out my little curlicues a little bit more. That one there, so we don't lose it in there. Let me see. Oh, I think that's so stinking cute. Okay. All right. I think I'm happy with it. So now
Wow.
I'm going to take some hot glue. Now, if you really want to be like, it's going to last forever, you could put some wire through here, drill 2 holes, run your wire through the back, twist it in the back, and that'll hold it, okay? It's gonna be in my house, it's gonna be in a controlled environment. It's not gonna be, you know, stored in the attic or anything like that. So I think hot glue is gonna do, let me get it going there. It's been sitting there plugged in. So a lot of it dripped out and got hot. Need another glue stick. Chris says it's stinking cute. Thank you. With those flowers, you could probably sit this on a wedding table of the bride and groom to be, and let them keep it as a gift. Absolutely. This is, y'all, this is a gift-worthy gift. You know, we all love homemade gifts, but we want to gift things that people are like gonna love and gonna cherish and gonna actually use, right? This is one of those things, I don't care who you are, you're gonna love this. I'm being really generous with my glue, you guys, so I wanna make sure I get a good adhesion.
Adhesion?
Adhesion, I don't know if that's a real word or not, probably not. A good adhesion.
You want good adhesion.
Okay, I want a good adhesion. So I'm going to stick it in there. Hopefully I got it in the glue. Make sure we're centered.
Actually, Lori, we have these in our shop, and I think you can get those ones, because it's the bigger round ones. You can get them at Hobby Lobby.
Which
pretty
ones?
much all the glue sticks, the longer glue sticks, like.
Oh yeah, these we sell these in our shop. I don't know where else you get them. I'm pretty sure you can get them other places, but yeah, these are the only ones I get, because those little short ones, they don't last long enough. And then those big long, like yard curly rope ones, those are way too long. It's a pain in the butt. Pam says, I love this idea. Both my boys are going to be getting married, and I love this. Y'all, this is probably all said and done. If you buy all the stuff on sale at Hobby Lobby for the supplies, it's probably about a $30 gift, which is a really, really good gift, a really, really special gift. And I think anyone would love this. All right, we got to put the photo in. Just want to make sure my flowers are on good. Make sure that glue sets. They're like 12 inches, something like that. The glue sticks. 10 inches. 10 inches.
That's not my fault.
Yes, you want it to stick really well, really well. Yes, Chris, it's a very high end. No one's gonna look at this and go, oh, they cheaped out on it. No, they aren't. All right, so let's insert our photo. Let's do our photo. You wanna turn the overhead off?
Yeah.
We'll do the magic touch together. Imagine this with like an engagement photo in it or a wedding photo. I might need to do it where I can see. Okay. So, you know, it's a skinny spot there. So once you get it in, you've got plenty of room on the side. I'm doing it backwards to slide your photo in there. I'm doing it backwards, y'all. I can't do it backwards. There we go. Y'all, how beautiful is that?
That is cool.
I love that. So beautiful. Y'all, it was easy. It was easy. Yeah, we've been here hanging out for a while, for an hour. But I stopped to share my bear story. We've been chatting, we've been talking. We weren't rushing through it. An hour. Imagine if you did one of these for every family that you have to buy a gift for. If you're a realtor, this would be a great, I've had many realtors ask me, because I know a few of them, like, they like to give gifts to their home buyers as they're like, you know, welcome or congratulations, you bought a home. This would be a super, super cool gift. Put a photo, you can just take a picture of their new home and put in there with their first letter of their last name, and they can always change the picture later. But imagine getting that from your realtor, because we got a gift from our realtor, and it was a monogram bee with like all this, you know, floral pretty stuff around it, and we still have it to this day. It's very special. It was, you know, we love it. So, you know, things, special things like that, personalized things mean a lot. So many different options. Okay. Laura says, great nephew getting married today. Just small wedding would be a great gift. It sure would. And some of y'all already have these frames, because this is the original, one of the original frames. This is the 5-inch that I used for this board. The board came from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby carries these boards, at least mine does, all the time. It's not something that's just seasonal. It's not something I found in in the Christmas section. It's in their wood pile section that they have all the time. I didn't even have to paint the frame. It was ready to use. I didn't even have to paint the bee. I just sanded the edges to bring out a little bit of the brown. I painted the frame, assembled it all. So easy, so pretty. This might be my favorite of the week. This might be, I mean, it's pretty, but you know, together on a gallery wall with a couple other frames. How cute. Like, they all just go really well together. Like, this one was my favorite, but I think this might be, I don't know. It's tough, y'all. It's tough. It's tough. Great Christmas gift, Amy says. Yes, absolutely. And like I said, if you don't want the neutral colors, you could do bright, bold colors if you want to. You can do whatever colors you want to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, I do ask, please just give it a share. We appreciate that. We are going to gift somebody one of the frames today that we used. The 5-inch Simple Swap frame that comes with the base, the original. We are going to gift the frame to somebody who's watching today that shared this video, okay? So, you ready?
Yep.
All right, we're just going to do it. Let's go for it. All right, here we go. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling.
Keep those names a rolling.
Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. A winner. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling.
Keep those names a rolling. All right.
Stop in the name of love. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed this. I was really excited about this one. I've been looking at it. I've had the stuff set there all week, and I'm like, I can't wait to do that one. I can't wait to do that one. But I think we saved the best for last. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. The kids' ornaments, the personalized ornaments, the sentimental past, like the kids' craft ornaments were super cute. So many fun ideas. I don't know, it's tough. I love them all in different ways for different reasons. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this week of all these fun different ideas of the Simple Swap frames. If you are new here and you're like, what the heck is a Simple Swap frame? We've got the frames in our shop. We've got scalloped versions. We've got straight edge versions. We've got ornament versions now. They go all the way from 3-inch to 8-inch. And then of course, get your printables from Stacy. This is something where we could keep this picture in every day. I could swap it out for a Christmas one, for the holidays, swap it out for something for Easter. I could change it out throughout the year super, super easily and not have to keep the same photo in it all the time if I don't want to, okay? All right, guys, we're gonna hop off here. We got a few more things we have to do. Oh, we gotta announce.
We gotta announce.
We gotta announce who's gonna win, who our winner chicken, not chicken dinner is going to be. Our frame winner is going to be. We have, oh, sorry, excuse me. Miss Gina Turner, girlfriend, Miss Gina. Miss Gina, send us an email.
Are you done with the frame crafts now?
I'm not done forever. We will do more, but the week, my Simple Swap week is coming quickly to an end. It's not over yet. We do have a little something in store for you guys tomorrow, though Tim and I won't be here. Make sure you tune in to see. And I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll have fun. But yeah, we're coming to the end of our Simple Swap week, and Simple Swap frames are not going anywhere fast. They're going to be here. They're going to be around. We will show you other things. It's just our week of dedicated to them is coming to an end. So, all right, guys.
Gina, don't forget, send us an email, Christy's team, christyscraftroom.com,
yep,
with your address.
Yep.
Because that is what triggers the shipping for it.
That's what gets you into our system. So you are very welcome. You are very welcome. All right, guys, we love you. We will check in with you throughout the weekend, though. We'll share some of our travel adventures with you here on the page. So make sure you're watching.